call this meeting of the Alvin Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present and that this meeting has been duly called and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. And if you would stand now for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee Johnson.
Please stand if you can and bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for our health and our bodies and our mind. Thank you for allowing us to see another calendar year. Lord, I appreciate everyone that is in attendance tonight as we celebrate our wonderful students, teachers, and administrators. Thank you for allowing us all to serve this great district. Lord, I please ask you to protect all of our teachers, our law enforcement, and everyone else that cares for our children every day. Lord, please protect this district. And I ask you to protect those that are less fortunate than us this evening. Amen. Amen. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Nice to see a packed house tonight.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll go into Superintendent's report, Carol.
So board, this evening we have some greeters and we're going to have them introduce themselves.
Yes, we have some greeters here from Passmore Elementary and Alvin Elementary who would like to come up, and if you would. If I can come over here so people can see you. If you want to say your name.
Estefania Díaz,
Awesome. You want to stand right there for a second?
Darwin Carranza,
Wonderful.
Andrew Sanchez, Abby Marshall, Cal Wilson.
Awesome. Can we give these greeters a hand? Very much. We're so excited that you came to be with us today, and we're going to hear a little more about their program shortly.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Are they affiliated with the program?
They are.
Okay, great.
They told me they were going to sing and dance.
Can you tell them where you went to school? Where do you go to school?
What school do you go to?
Passmore. Passmore. Alvin Elementary.
Alvin.
Alvin Elementary.
Yes, and they're in the dual language program that you'll be hearing about in just a second.
Great. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Rice.
you very much, friends.
Thank you, boys and girls. Okay, for the superintendent update, we start with Just Dance. To celebrate National Computer Science Education Week, our 3rd through 5th graders at Pomona, Don Jeter, Nelson Elementary coded their own dance parties as they participated in the International Hour of Code. Hour of Code challenges schools and students to do 1 hour of computer programming during Computer Science Education Week. Gear up your future for our 2023 Career Extravaganza. The Alvin ISD CTE department is presenting the 2023 Career Extravaganza at our new Iowa Colony High School. Of course, that's located out in Iowa Colony off Davenport on Saturday, January the 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And parents, it doesn't matter what age, bring your kids out. It's very interesting. It's very engaging. There'll be prizes, raffle prizes, fashion show, a blood drive, cupcake wars, career on wheels. The Alvin ISD book bus and STEM bus will be present. We'll have a petting zoo and much, much more. If you have any questions, there's some contact information, but it's also found on our website. So if you want more specific information, but it's a great day. So we hope to see you all out there. And then, of course, we have our annual Turtle Race 5K and Fun Run hosted by the Alvin ISD Education Foundation. That will be held on Saturday, February the 11th, 2023 at National Oak Park here in Alvin. And we ask that you adopt your turtle, not a live turtle, but a turtle for $5 a turtle, or you can buy different families of turtles, clans of turtles, groups of turtles, families. You can sponsor schools, and all of that above. So on the website, again, is all of the information. And last but not least, we have our School Board Appreciation Recognition Month. If when you came in this evening, I know it was a little dark, but if you drove by today, we had an appreciation signs out front that was hosted by Passmore Elementary. And so this evening, Board, we just want to thank you for all that you do, your time. This is a volunteer position. They do not get paid. The pay comes when they see the faces of our graduates on the last day during graduation, as well as the first day when we welcome back our teachers and students. So thank you for all of your time that you put in, your dedication for the service to students in Alvin ISD. So we have a little treat, a couple of surprises for you this evening. First, real quick, on dais here, you have Alvin ISD Education Foundation gave you a little cup in appreciation, but then we also have students here under the direction of Miss Summy, the music teacher at Passmore Elementary, but it's the Elementary Honor Choir for Alvin ISD.
From 8 different schools.
8 different schools.
To you,
Happy birthday, dear Scheibel. Happy birthday to you.
thank you very much.
Thank you, boys and girls. There's a couple down here.
Oh, wow.
Does everybody have enough? Thank you. Uh-oh. One at the very end. At the very end, I think. Pastor Selsky.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Y'all did
Great
fantastic.
Thank you, boys and girls. Miss Summy, were there other teachers here? I see Miss Rabelais. And
This is Jay Rabbit, she's a music teacher at Patsy Elementary. Miss Michelle White, who's the choir director at Alvin Junior High. Mr. Eric Smith, who's the choir director at Fairview Junior High. Eric Gonzalez, not Smith. Robinson, who's the music teacher at Mark Twain, and Mr. Haynes from
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney is here, and Mr. Mallows opened the door for us. He was super helpful.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, teachers, for coming out and all that you do with our students. Thank you, students. What a treat. So did y'all see what you got? You can go ahead and.
Are they flashlights?
Yes.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Something you can
Thank y'all
use.
very
Oh,
much.
it has batteries in them.
This is great. This
Wonderful.
is good for a car when you have.
Not having a power outage anytime soon, are we?
Thank you. Well, thank you, board, for all that you do. Like I said, we can't say enough about the time and dedication that you do for each student every day. So thank you for all that you do.
All right, next we'll go into student and faculty commendations.
Ms. Rives?
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the board meeting. I have quite a few commendations tonight, so we're excited about that. Parents, please feel free to step into the aisle, take pictures, do whatever you need to do to get the photo, and we'll go from there. Everybody that's being commended, when I call your name, if you'll come up, and we will do it by schools. So once I call your name, come up, stand with them until we're finished with your school. Okay, so we have Alvin ISD Junior High Theater programs performed at the District UIL One Act Play Contest on November 12th. These are the winners. So in first place, McNair Junior High. And in McNair, we have Savannah Day, Maya Bakata, Christian Wallace, Courtney May, Taylon Brisby, and under the direction of Brandy Kiki, and
Kel.
thank you, Kiki,
Kel.
and Jade Bell. So if you would come up. All of these students won different awards for that presentation for the play. So great job, students.
Congratulations. McNair Junior High. Awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, the second place show went to Manville Junior High, and that is, yes. And that is Kay Robertson, Beckett Hill, Cullen Thomas, under the direction of Tiara Michael.
Michael. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Again, they all won different awards, so great job. Great job. We're very proud of y'all. And then third place is Alvin Junior High. And yes, great job. The performers were Kimora Henry, Jackson Summy, Alexandria Monet, under the direction of Angelica Hernandez. Way to go, Alvin Junior High.
Congratulations.
So we also had Alvin ISD High School, or Alvin High School Texas Thespians State Festival. And in that, let's see who wins. Alvin High School. If I call your name, please come up. Kristen Bush and Chris Trevino. Devin Baxa and Jacob Meza. And Jennifer Bozeman and Jade Guerrera. All of these were duets, and they were participating together in that. So great job.
And this is their teacher, Eric Grimmett.
Yes, Eric, I'm so sorry.
John Grimmett,
John
I'm
Grimmett.
sorry, Eric's his dad.
Yes.
Sorry, Eric, I'm sure that happens all the time. John is a graduate of Alvin ISD, so welcome back.
Yes.
Sorry, John. Okay, there we go.
That's right. We also have Iowa Colony High School, and that's Janella Burham. We're very proud of you. Congratulations. At Manville High School, we have Layla Robertson and Hayden Bibb.
We have to have Hayden come every month.
I know. I love it. Great job,
Thank you.
Manville High School. And last but not least, Shadow Creek High School, we have August Nivens Merriman and Akina Danminick, and then we have Ethan Wiltz, Adrian Square, Madison Mabry, Miles Brazel, Fiona Adams, Christian Davis, Aiden Lohman, Ariana Ozen, Ethan Wiltz, Adrian Square, Madison Mabry, already up there, and Miles Brazel as well. Courtney Van Aken, who also won a scholarship, so we're very proud of her. Caden Wright, and Ryan Moore. Fantastic job, Shadow Creek.
Oh, and the teachers.
And yes, the teachers as well.
Which one of y'all are doing the solo for us tonight?
Oh,
Do y'all need them to stand like up and like
yeah, do you
squeeze
need us
in?
to
No?
place them?
Okay.
Scoot in and
Some
Some
can
can stand up if you want.
tall ones.
Some of you stand on the
Step
back
up.
step.
Want?
Like take a step up. There you go.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Great job. Alvin ISD also had junior high, some of our junior highs that went to the thespian contest, and here they are. So Nolan Ryan Junior High were national qualifiers, and that was Lily Asadi and Josie Cow. and their teacher. That's right. Great job. Thank you.
Congratulations.
We also had McNair Junior High as national qualifiers, and they actually scored a perfect score. So here are those students. Courtney May, Christian Wallace, Maya Bacta, Mia Silva, Jennifer Shabu, Audia Smith, and Eileen Baca. And then also with that group from the same school as Haley Taylor, Sarah Carnello, Alyssa Gradinger, Alexandra Balden.
Do some of you want to
Can some of you step
stand
up on the back step
behind that way
and squeeze in?
and squeeze it, and then
There you go. Some on the
Oh,
top, some on the
everybody.
bottom. There we go.
there we go. Awesome.
That's. Congratulations to all of our students and staff that were committed to this.
Congratulations, students and parents as well. It's a great group of talented young men and women.
We'll give you just a few minutes if y'all parents and students, as y'all are doing, if you want to leave, fine. You're more than welcome to stay.
Thank you, sorry. Hey, from behind, you look like your dad. No. Thank you, parents.
Congratulations.
Hopefully we had enough parking out front. Hopefully we had enough parking.
Yeah.
If not, I guess they park across the street. So, I think we did.
I think they made it.
Thank you. I know it. People in the back can move to the front. They didn't hear me.
I can call y'all out if y'all don't want to. Y'all can come.
Oh, Miss Savage moved up. Oh, there, Mr. Rhodes gonna come 2 rows up.
There's a couple on that ferry far back, our right.
Miss Shaw's holding the wall up. She didn't even know I said it.
3 or 4 that I can see.
Hey, it's board appreciation. Y'all come, let the board feel some love.
Do y'all want us to
look.
wait a little bit longer till y'all get up here?
There's prizes under
Thank
the
you,
seats in the
Savage.
first 2 rows.
Good job. Exactly.
Peer pressure.
Hey,
Thank y'all.
And you,
Yes,
usually it's
that's
an
a-
elementary
that's a
principal on the
smart-
front.
smart
Now
woman.
we've got high school. Good deal.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Hey, man.
All right, at this time, we'll have a presentation, Carol.
Yes, we're very excited this evening. We have a presentation on our emergent bilingual program, and we have Martha Aguilar and Paula Camacho to present. Martha?
Hi, good evening. Used to the microphone. I'm very excited to be able to present our dual language programs to you all. And I am Martha Aguilar, the current elementary emergent bilingual program coordinator, curriculum coordinator, and I'm joined by our executive director, Paula Camacho. The students we had earlier as door greeters are students from both our one-way dual language program and our two-way dual language program. So you heard Alvin Elementary and Passmore. So the next slides are going to showcase both of our programs, as well as the ESL program that we also have in the district. And I look forward to any questions or comments that you might have about the information that I shared today. So, oops, let me go back. Sorry, okay. And I will also say, also graduate of Alvin High School, and my kids also are here in the district, and so this is going into my 15th year with Alvin ISD, so, all right. So as you know, Alvin ISD is one of the fastest growing school districts in our area, and with that enrollment, we also see that steady increase of our emergent bilingual population. What you see there is the past 5 years of emergent bilingual enrollment. These are the students and families who, when they enroll in the district, indicate another language other than English on their home language survey. So you can see that for the past 5 years, we've been steadily growing, right? A few hundred emergent bilingual families enrolling in Alvin ISD. Currently, we're at a little bit over 5,000 emergent bilingual students across the district, and our top 2 languages spoken in Alvin ISD are Spanish and Vietnamese. So in Texas, there are 6 state-approved models for English learners, and Texas has transitioned to the verbiage emergent bilingual. So you'll hear me say English learner, or I may say emergent bilingual. In our district, we offer 2 programs under that bilingual ed umbrella, and then for ESL, we offer ESL content-based, and then our 2 dual language programs, again, our one-way dual language program and our 2-way dual language program, which I'll get into here in that next slide, for elementary. So on this slide, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to highlight a couple of things. So the programs within the bilingual programs you see there are the 4 types of programs we just saw in that previous slide. And I just want to emphasize that the 2 programs that we currently have in the district, the one-way and the 2-way dual language programs, they both have that goal of bilingualism and biliteracy. And so in both of those programs, students are learning content in both languages. They hear both languages every day. And within that is developing their literacy skills. So they are reading, they're writing in both English and Spanish. And they continue in our dual language programs through elementary, even once the state has said you've met English proficiency. That's the type of model that we work in previously, which are the transitional early exit and late exit. Those 2 programs are more so subtractive, because once they met what the state of Texas calls English proficiency, they were then pulled out of the bilingual program and were in English-only instruction. And then also at elementary, we have ESL content-based. And so what that looks like for us is that every elementary school teacher, including the special areas teachers, are ESL certified. So when students come in who indicate another language other than English spoken at home, they are with a teacher who is certified in those English acquisition strategies, and she or he uses those throughout their day within their content. So a little timeline of our dual language programs. We started off in 2001 with the implementation of the 2-way dual language program at Passmore Elementary, where it is currently. And from there, you see in 2008, we opened the second school of the 2-way dual language program. That one it moved from where it was previously at Wilder. It is now at Merrick it's been there for 3 years. It was the 3rd year at Merrick. And in 2011, we transitioned out of the late exit program that we had into our one-way dual language program. And so the implementation then was 1 year at a time. With that year, we used that to train that next year teacher. And so as the kindergartners were in implementation, we were training 1st grade teachers so that cohort had a teacher who was knowledgeable in one-way dual language pedagogy. And so where we are currently is that should say 8 campuses, I apologize. 8 campuses currently implement our one-way dual language program, and we have two campuses, one on the east side and one on the west side, that house our two-way dual language programs. So this graph shows the increase in our EL graduation rates, and we attest that to several contributing factors with both our dual language programs and also the systematic changes that we have in our ESL programs. You can see there that in 2012, we were sitting at 30% of our emergent bilinguals were meeting those graduation requirements, all the way to 2018 is shown on the graph, where we peaked at that 96%. Where we are now, the most recent class of 2022, district-wide, we were at 90% graduation rate. In comparison to our region is at 78%, and the state is at 80%. So we're very happy to see us maintaining that graduation rate still. A few of the contributing factors that we can say led to this increase in graduation rates is, of course, the implementation of the new program models, both at elementary and secondary, with the ESL programs that carry on to secondary. I spoke a little bit about that ongoing teacher professional development when we implemented the program, and we continue that every summer. Our department hosts or facilitates teacher PD over the summer as well as during the school year to, again, just that dual language pedagogy best practice with both dual language classrooms and ESL classrooms. And also very happy to have the support of the academic instructional coaches at each campus. At the secondary level, there's an instructional coach per content area, so they do have more than 2. But at the elementary, great to have the support of both literacy coaches and math coaches who also always reach out, ask questions. We collaborate on those PDs. We facilitate the PDs together oftentimes. And then we also have 3 specialists for elementary in our department who work with teachers of students who speak English as their second language, and then 2 emergent bilingual specialists at the secondary level. And something I'll go into a little bit later is also the focus that we have on 7 steps implementations, which are English acquisition, honestly just language acquisition strategies that really focus on students using both speaking and writing to show their learning. So you'll see a lot of student talk in the classroom, a lot of open-ended questions where students are able to respond both verbally or on paper. So again, just increasing that those language acquisition. So our one-way dual language model, which again at 8 campuses, I'm going to showcase one at EC Mason. We're going to watch a video in just a little bit. What you will notice in this second grade classroom is that it is a math lesson being taught in English to all native Spanish speakers. In second grade, they do alternate math instruction, 1 week English, 1 week Spanish. And so this is their English week. And we focus on oral language development. So you're going to see the teacher introducing vocabulary words, using total physical response, so using hand movements to show some of those key terms that she's going to cover in her math content. So
Awesome. So let's go ahead and get started with some of our vocabulary before we dive into our lesson. Fraction. Remember that fraction is just a number that represents parts of a whole. Good job. And when we partition a whole, can you show me partition? Partition. When we partition a whole, we get pieces. And each of those pieces have different names. It depends on how many pieces we have, right? Using the set instead, this is a blank. I know this because it takes blank parts The last one, when we partition this way. Awesome. So when we're going through our lesson today, we're going to be using those words: halves, fours, eights, whole, partition, and fraction. Yes.
So our second grade teacher, Ms. Gonzalez at EC Mason. So you notice there again, total physical response, a lot of choral reading, sentence stem, and that focus on oral language development. Again, all native Spanish speakers learning math and English. So to showcase some reading achievements in L1, so in their native language, both of our programs have a focus on that reading, meeting those reading milestones in their native language, because we have seen and know that research shows that when we learn, we have that foundation in our native language, that second language acquisition is that bridge to second language acquisition. So you can see there our dual language percentages of students who are reading on or above grade level in comparison to the district level. So this graph shows the long-term academic achievement of ELs. I want you to look at the top two colors there on the legend. So that red rhombus indicates our two-way dual language, or not our, I'm sorry, nationwide. And the yellow square are the achievements of students who participate in one-way dual language. And what it's showing there is the reading levels compared to native English speakers. On average, the two-way dual language students and one-way dual language students seem to outperform students who are native English speakers. So that was part of the research that we did in leading up to the implementation of both our one-way and our two-way dual language programs. So the two-way program at Merrick, we're going to watch a quick video of a first grader who is a non-Spanish speaker, who is in a station, working in a station in Spanish, and you will hear the teacher prompting him in Spanish, but he is responding in English. So keep in mind, this student has been in the two-way program for 6 months. And what I want you to notice is that his comprehensible input, he's understanding what the teacher is saying, but he is responding, he's using the language that he knows to show that comprehension. So you'll hear the teacher speaking Spanish, and you'll hear him speaking in English.
Oh, okay. ¿Y qué quiere decir? Lee aquí. Ajá. ¿Y tú escribiste? Bala, ok. Escribe aquí, lava. Escribe con el lápiz aquí, lava.
Okay, so during that Spanish week, the non-Spanish speakers are on the role of language learners, right? And then during the English week, our native Spanish speakers are taking on that role of language learner. So the two-way program is unique in that every week there's a group who is a language learner and a group who is the language model. And then they flip that next week. They flip responsibilities.
Can I ask a question on that?
Absolutely.
At what point or what grade if you're a Spanish-speaking child or English-speaking, when the teacher is speaking Spanish, does the English child answer in Spanish? Is there a certain grade level that happens, or?
So depending for both programs, I'm going to answer for both. The teacher during the content area that he or she is teaching is also the language model. And so keeping in mind that the basis of dual language and learning a second language is being immersed in that language. And so also keeping in mind developmentally, right, for the age of the child, to be able to respond in that second language. So it honestly depends at the time of the year. The beginning of the year is definitely more so learning the dynamic of the classroom, what it means to be in English week, what it means to be in Spanish week. And when we have students who respond in their native language that may not be the target language of the week, then the teacher is using sentence stems. She may prompt the student to repeat after her. She may use a language up here to model the language. So it really varies. But we should see that from the beginning of challenging those students, right? Using, again, those language acquisition strategies to grow in their acquisition of whatever their second language is going to be.
Very good.
Okay, so here I wanted to showcase our fifth graders. This is this past May of STAR. Again, our dual language students right there with the district. And also wanted to showcase our emergent bilingual students who are currently in APA Math. So that means that they take the 6th grade STAR. We have 31% of our current 5th graders who are emergent bilinguals in APA, or I'm sorry, they're current 6th graders. And so last year when they took the 6th grade STAR, we had 100% of our emergent bilinguals who are in APA classes or who were in APA classes as 5th graders. 100% passed, and we had 30% in masters. And to finish up, actually, I forgot about this one. I apologize. So I mentioned earlier that the state of Texas has a assessment where they essentially scale our kids in those 4 scales that you see there: beginner, intermediate, advanced, or advanced high. It's an assessment that measures their English proficiency. And so they take that assessment every year starting in kindergarten until they meet that criteria set forth by the state, which the state says they have to be advanced high, which is the highest level of English proficiency in all 4 language domains, so listening, speaking, reading, and writing via an online assessment. And they also have to meet approaches in STAR. And so once you have met those 2 criteria set forth by the state, they provide a yearly growth percentage for us. And so you'll see there the yearly growth that each grade level has shown. And just to give a little insight about what the state of Texas says they have to do to become advanced high speakers is our 5th graders, after watching a video, they have to describe how crude oil is turned into petroleum in 90 seconds. So just a little, our students since kinder through 5th grade are rated in those 4 domains. And so once they meet that criteria set forth by the state, then they are given those ratings: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and advanced high. So based on that TELPAS data, some things that we're taking on as a district and continue to do is that continued focus on 7 steps implementation with the focus on those productive skills, speaking and writing in English again, that the TELPAS assesses their English proficiency. So just making sure that we are on track with that yearly growth. The classroom walkthroughs that our administrators and literacy coaches and math coaches also take part in with that focus on 7 steps really helps us gather data and be able to provide feedback for teachers to then partake in coaching cycles. We plan our PDs and working with, again, our instructional coaches on campuses with the emergent bilingual specialists within our department. We travel to campuses, just making sure that teachers know who their emergent bilinguals are, looking at that yearly growth and analyzing that TELPAS assessment so that teachers are aware of those expectations that our students are being assessed in. Okay, so to finish up, I wanted to showcase a student who is a graduating class of 2017. Even though our dual language programs end in 5th grade, our students continue to be successful. You see that with our graduation rates. You see that with the percentage of students who were in our APA classes. I saw some former dual language students being recognized today, so that was nice to see. Stephanie was in the graduating class of 2017. She was ranked number 4, and she has just a quick video where she speaks to dual language and her teacher who she chose as most influential at the Top 20 banquet.
I wouldn't be who I am without the dual language program. The dual language program encourages children to learn at a faster pace in both English and Spanish at the same time. However, I wouldn't be in the dual language program in the first place if it weren't for Mr. Weber. When I was in kindergarten, Mr. Weber recommended the program to my mom when he recognized my potential and that I learned at a faster pace than other students. Without him, I wouldn't have been in this advanced course, and without that, I wouldn't have been in pre-AP or AP classes and during junior high or high school. So I wouldn't be here in the top 20 or even going to college in the first place if it weren't for him who gave me my first nudge.
So thank you again very much for your time, and thankful for the opportunity to share some insight into our programs.
Does anybody have any questions?
I just, from a personal note, my son is in the third grade dual language program at Merrick. And I
All
can't
right.
thank y'all enough. Like it is, he enjoys it. Y'all are doing so well that he will not hold a conversation with us in Spanish unless he knows we can go back and forth with
Yeah.
him, not just play Spanish. So it's great. It's wonderful. So I appreciate everything.
Thank
y'all.
you. I love hearing that. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
All right, we're now at the open forum session part of, nobody has signed up, so we will move on to consent agenda items. Does anybody want to pull A, B, or C off of that? All right, so do we have a motion to approve agenda items A, B, and C as presented?
So moved.
By trustee Harris, we have a second by trustee Johnson. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have request to consider approval of the 2023-2024 Alvin ISD academic calendar. Carol?
So Board, the District Education Improvement Committee, which we refer to as our DEIC, which is comprised of teachers, parents, and community leaders, collaborated over several meetings to create the 2023-2024 Alvin ISD academic calendar. The committee members went through a process of collecting data and input from parents, district staff, and community members, and then sharing that information at their December meeting. The community also had an opportunity in November to submit comments about the draft calendar through the Qualtrics survey. The committee then reviewed all of the information gathered to create the recommended calendar for the board approval. Calendar includes 172 student instructional days and 77,000 instructional minutes, 187 teacher working days. And attached, you'll see a copy of the calendar.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the 2023-2024 Alvin ISD school calendar as presented?
So moved.
Trustee Selsky, do we have a second? By trustee Scheibel. Any questions or comments?
I do have a question. I know we talked about this a little bit last week, but I wanted to revisit it just for the benefit of the community. The big change is we're starting earlier and there'll be a fall break. And I know our teachers were surveyed and our community was surveyed. Just wondered if you could remind me what the feedback looked like.
So for our teachers, it was campus staff. It was overwhelmingly, I believe it was 84% of our staff, campus staff, wanted a fall break, and they understood that was a trade. They were going to have to start earlier or end later, right? And so that information was taken back to DEIC and shared, but then the community survey went out, and we had over 3,000 responses, 3,197 to be exact, and fall break, about 1,434 people commented positively on that, or commented on fall break, and 980 of those were positive comments. And then we just had some miscellaneous comments. We had some comments about our transition day. A lot of our staff love the transition day as well as parents. It's when we bring our ones that are first on the campus, like kindergarten, sixth graders, and freshmen onto our campuses, and all staff is on hand to help the students get oriented to the campus that first day before everyone else comes back. We had 28 comments that they didn't like something on the calendar out of the 3,000, or a little over 3,000. We had 10 that had some religious questions, and then 298 either had no comment or something else, but.
Thank you.
So overwhelmingly, they supported what the staff wanted.
Yeah, and thank you for sending those surveys out. I'm glad our community and staff got a chance to speak into that, so thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All right, all in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have request to consider a review of 2022 tax roll.
So Board, this year, we've been asked to review the tax roll in compliance with Property Tax Code 26.09E. Alvin ISD's 2022 tax roll is presented in the backup information here. It was provided by Brazoria County Tax Assessor Collector Kristen Bulenick on December 8th, 2022.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the Alvin ISD tax roll has been presented for review? Motion. By trustee Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
Trustee Johnson. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have request to adopt competitive seal proposal, contract delivery method as the method of choice for all construction projects unless otherwise requested for a specific project.
So Board, each year we bring this to you for consideration. Our state law requires for the board to approve the method of contract delivery method. And so our recommendation is that the best value for the district would be that whenever we can to do the competitive bid method.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the Facilities Planning and Construction Service Department competitive seal proposal contract delivery method as the method of choice for construction projects unless otherwise requested for a specific project?
So moved.
By trustee Peterson. Do we have a second by trustee Scheibel? Any questions or comments?
So Board, I want to clarify, it is the competitive sealed proposal contract delivery method that we're recommending.
All right. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have request to consider approval of renewal of cybersecurity services agreement.
So Board, we have used Palo Alto for the past several years. It's one of our district cybersecurity vendors. They have served us well for the last few years. This service is up for renewal, and we're asking for consideration for a 5-year term, which brings the district the best value. We're requesting approval of $332,268 for a 5-year term.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the superintendent or designee to enter into a purchasing agreement with Palo Alto for cybersecurity services?
So moved.
By trustee Harris, we have a second. By trustee Selskis. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have request to consider approval of employment of personnel.
So Board, you will find attached several recommendations from our hiring supervisors for openings that we currently have. There's teachers, there's speech pathologists, there's an assistant athletic trainer included in the list.
All right, do we have a motion approval be granted for requested personnel items as presented? By trustee Scott, do we have a second? Second. By trustee Johnson. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. And at this time, I make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? By trustee Scott. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. We are adjourned.